guys, how are you? I'm back again for my second interview. I'm here with Liza.
Hi.
Yes, I'm so excited. We're outside again, beautiful day. Try and get out as much as you can, guys. So I'm gonna let Liza tell you a little bit about herself, introduce you, and then we're gonna go into getting a little deeper and finding out more about her, okay?
Alright, my name's Liza. I currently own an online accessory business. It's like a mom and pop shop. I make everything myself by hand, so I try not to repeat any designs or any prints, but yeah, that's pretty much what I do.
Yeah, awesome. She actually has one of her pieces on right now,
Yeah.
which is pretty great. Definitely check her out. So we're gonna do like every other video. We're gonna start with our read, and today's read is move to the edge. We set our boundaries for safety or from fear or because of habit. Test them, see why you drew them, push against them, break through them, find your edge, feel the exhilaration. And the quote that goes with that is, "For what is freedom but the unfettered use of all powers which God for use had given?" And that's by Samuel Taylor Coleridge. So definitely, guys, move to the edge and just push those boundaries and know that you're capable of doing absolutely anything and everything you set your mind to. So back to Liza, which I'm so happy. Thank you for giving me your time, by the way. I really appreciate it. So with the jewelry business, what do you think, or when did you start pretty much? Like, when was the moment that you were like, hey, I'm going to play around, do these pieces, make, you know, you said you do bow ties as well. So when did that start for you?
Well, I started like sewing, I guess hand sewing at an early age, like Barbie doll clothes made out of socks. You know, my Barbies, I was kind of poor, so I had to like, you know, improvise. So I cut up old socks, and that kind of like was on and off throughout my like younger years. But then I picked it up again because I really loved it. I used to draw a lot, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna start little. I like bow ties. I saw one, I put chains on them, and I was like, all right, I want this to be all my own. So I was like, I'm gonna make the whole thing myself. So that's where that started. Jewelry, I was going to Atlantic City. I partied in Atlantic City a lot.
Nice. Who hasn't, right? We're like, woo!
Right.
What am I gonna wear with it?
Yes. So I'd be like, oh, I want something crazy. It's Atlantic City, like, why not? So I started dabbling with like body chains and making simple ones, and then I was like, I want it to be more complicated, and I don't know, not like something you can buy typically off a store shelf.
Yeah.
Like, you won't go into Claire's and be like, oh, well, Liza has this too. No, she doesn't. She has something else.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I think that's great because you're right, like, you don't want, a lot of people in today's society, we don't want something that everybody has.
Right.
And yours all have a little tweak to them that make them all different.
Yeah.
So even if you do have a piece that resembles another, it's a one of a kind, it looks like, you know.
Yeah.
So I think that's great. And you know what? We've all had our moments of struggling where we're like, what's gonna, you know, they say you actually succeed the most when you're in a moment of struggling, when you're like, what is it that drives me? So you making those Barbie pieces at first ended up being something even greater now. So that's awesome. And where do you get your inspiration from? Like these pieces, these bow ties, these jewelry, is it just like all in your head? Is it something that you like look through, or what do you think?
I don't know. I don't really get an inspiration. It's more like, okay, I want to do a new line. Not that I'm over my last line, but I'm like, I see it all the time. I could wear it. Like, I want to do something new. I used to draw everything I made, and then I stopped. So now I just like make everything. Like, I stopped the whole drawing process.
Yeah. So it's just like by feeling.
Yeah, it's
what
just like,
looks right for you.
Right. Like, if today I'm like, I want to make a body chain, I just go at it. Like, I don't even draw it or have a map before it. I'm like, I'm gonna do this without overthinking it too much.
Yeah, and I actually like that because I think that kind of just draws creativity from a more organic place, you know. Some people do, they take too much time to be like, oh, I'm gonna grab this and maybe, no, I don't like that, maybe this. So for you to just be like off of the top of your head, play around with it, I think that's great. And pretty much my last question is just what continues to, you know, drive your feed for like continuing to do these pieces? Like, what do you think continues to be like the reason why you're like every day, like, I might make a piece today, or this weekend, or this fall collection, or, you know, what continues to drive that?
Definitely the jobs that I have.
I love that.
I don't want to be in them forever. I want my own business, and I want it to be like a happy, positive environment. And like a lot of places I've been in, it's not like that. And a lot of it. Like,
yeah.
get your work done.
But have a good time. No, I think that is the best answer that I could have got, because, you know, in doing all this, I want to continue to show people that, like, we don't want to work those 9 to 5s. We don't want to work for anyone. We want to have our own businesses, you know, and you're definitely on a great path to having this business continue to flourish. And I think it's great that you make your own pieces, that you are inspired by the creativity that comes to the top of your head, and that what drives you is having your own business, you being your own boss,
yes.
you know. So I think that is super great. I'm really happy about this interview because I actually ran into her while at a jewelry place. What was it? Joanne's or Michael's? Michael's. And I was just like, oh wow, this is perfect for my next interview. So, you know, definitely check her out on Instagram, which is
_MAVEBYLR _
perfect. So I'm definitely gonna put that again underneath. And I want to give special thanks again to my camera woman, my best friend, Chris Marie. I'll put her information as well under there. And thank you so much again for your time. I really